NBA basketball. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Here are the starters for Utah. We've got Lauri Markkanen, George out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Walker Kessler. And for the Bulls, we've got James Harden. He's out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Williams in at the power forward position. Well, Doris, around this time of year, the best teams often scale back the minutes of their stars. Probably good for the teams, maybe not so good for the fans.
Well, B.A., this is certainly an issue that has garnered the attention of the stakeholders in the game. We have certainly seen the commissioner of the NBA take a look at this, talk about that load management, which seems to be such a compelling...
Good! Another from three.
And his incredible shooting season continues.
Up the charts he climbs. Now tied for third all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. Got that bucket in no time at all.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Thomas. And again for three.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for third most made threes in a season. It's George on the drive, and they pick up two. George has got 5.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Outside Harden. Williams from long range. That drops. And it comes off an assist from LaVine.
Well, LaVine has really worked on those playmaking abilities. That's a pretty pass right there.
LaVine comes with the double team. Kessler passes to McLeod. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Thomas misses. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And he jams it home with authority.
This guy is more than capable of making that play. Jordan Clarkson confident around the cup.
Now here's Harden. Coming off a terrific game against Atlanta. Thomas, that's good.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. George passes to Kessler. Tipped. The fader. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Chicago has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. Williams, perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Utah trailing here. Here's McLeod. No good that time. Some solid defense from Williams. Here's Thomas. And he recovers it. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
McLeod passes to Clarkson. He gets it in there.
Jordan
Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Williams on the wing. Back to Harden. Pass to Thomas. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And Utah calls time here. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
Because they play in different conferences, these teams don't really see each other all that much. It makes it interesting here.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, right now for Chicago, they're sitting in a good position now with the top spot in reach, but it's been a very uneven season for them overall with plenty of challenges.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. The Bulls have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Pass the ball. Here's Thomas. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. And now we have a minute here to take a look at which teams are playing the toughest defense. Number 1, Chicago.
Well, number 1, they allow the fewest points per game. The defense has been dominant, and that goes to 2 things. Scheming from the coaches, but also the players, skilled and motivated.
Preston, the pass to Markkanen. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that run.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Down low. Here's Poole. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Thomas, guarded by Poole. Thomas passes to Dosunmu. DeRozan outside, over Markkanen, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
32 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's 7 up top. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Pass to Markkanen. Now here's your 7. Poole outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Bulls. They lead by 5. And the second.
The Jazz 15.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Chicago.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. We've got Jordan Poole, Walker Kessler out there with Omer Yurtseven. Then there's George.
Hey guys, the Prophet in their last game against the Hawks was simply terrific. He dropped 50 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Well, Doris, looking at the pace of the game now, that has to be a big factor in load management.
B.A., there's no doubt that the game is more spread out and it's played at a faster pace. So much, though, goes into that load management discussion that is so volatile at times. Here are the facts, though. People are more aware because of the data we have from medical science that the season is challenging. And so teams are going to manage their greatest resource, which is the players, carefully. Load management is not going anywhere.
Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Thomas has got 16 points.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 4. Here's 7 up top. We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Kessler down low. Rebound by the Bulls.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Levine can't hit. For Utah, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Last few at 7, all sorts of time, and that's off the glass and in.
And we think of Clarkson often as a scorer, but there, making the unselfish pass, just great work.
It's Thomas on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Levine. Levine, strong finisher.
Now, this guy's a tremendously fast athlete. Levine excels in transition.
Harden comes to help. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. George's shot is off.
His defensive talent, such a gift for his squad.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Clarkson. The shot no good. Nice D from Levine. Some players just have an innate knack for scoring the ball, Grant. Jordan Clarkson, definitely one of them.
Absolutely, B.A. That jump shot has to be honored. And because of that, he's able to get inside and create for himself and others.
Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by the Bulls. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
First personal foul.
No good on that one. A big group step. Through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Bulls. They're up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
29.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Utah trailing here. James Harden out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Patrick Williams, and it's Thomas in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's George, and he knocks the jumper down. George has got 10 points in the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's McLeod, giving his team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
Great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Outside Levine. Pass to Thomas. Back to Levine. Let's go with a 3. Offensive rebound. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's George. No luck on that one. Chicago leading. Pass to Harden. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Thomas misses.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
The Bulls have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Back to Harden. It's Thomas on the wing. Offline with a 3.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
And the jam by George.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Thomas, that's good.
Well, if you're that wide open, I can promise you James Harden will find you.
Here's George. 12 points for him. Pass to Markkanen. It's blocked. And he gets it back. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. The Bulls making a switch here. DeRozan is checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Yurt Sevens checked in for Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
And I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss. This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Utah leading. Poole for three. DeRozan with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's Thomas. Off target with the three.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Pass to Yurt Seven. Hey, from beyond the arc. Kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 4-point Jazz lead.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And again, no good by Chicago.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Here's Thomas. And again, no good by Chicago.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Here's Sensabaugh. Blocked! DeRozan passes to Dosunmu. Here's Thomas. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Markkanen.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
The first free throw is good. Caruso, he's checked in for Chicago. White.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Clarkson. And here's George. Lays it up and banks it in.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. So the Utah 5 right now. We've got Walker Kessler, Jordan Poole out there with George. Then it's Jordan Clarkson.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game. And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's the guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 22 points.
Here in the second half, you see they've gone to the long ball to try to keep up.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. George against Harden. Pass to Kessler. And it's blocked. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Thomas Thomas misses.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He got loose from downtown in the first half, now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
George passes to Poole. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Bulls. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds now. It's Thomas on the wing to tie it up. They grab their own miss. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. And it's now only a 1-point Utah lead. Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
Make some noise, fans, for the one and only Chicago Bulls.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Markkanen's checked in. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Clarkson passes to McLeod. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Chicago has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. They now take the lead. Thomas has got 14 points now in the second half.
There's a reason James Harden is always near the top of the assist charts. That ability to distribute to teammates is elite.
It's kept alive. Kessler with a bucket.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
It's George on the wing. Markkanen finds Clarkson. A minute 9 left in the final quarter. Kessler passes to Clarkson. Here's the second effort. And it's Chicago with a board. Here's Thomas. Here's Levine. Yes!
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Money from deep.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Thomas from deep. Kessler with a rebound. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Clarkson missing. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Williams passes to Levine. Back to Williams. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
And Utah calls time here. They're trailing by 2. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter. Clarkson. Oh, off target. So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.